Well, today is a very special day. I have something that I'm going to put in the Suburban. Let me show you what it is. We are going to put the fridge in the Suburban. You probably already know that because of the thumbnail, but yeah. Oh, also exciting news. I got a call back from the machine shop, and they have balanced my rotating assembly for the engine for that guy right there. So hopefully we can get the engine back in that guy and stop borrowing its tires. And then we can have our own kind of little adventures in that thing. So here's what we're doing. This is going to take two things. It's going to take a fridge, obviously, to be put in there, which we need brackets for. But I also need a battery for the fridge. I could just run it off of, the batteries that the Suburban already has. But if it draws a lot of current, I'm out there for a couple days, the battery might die. And so I need a separate battery for that. Actually, before we get too involved with that, I have some boxes to deal with that all this stuff for the Suburban shipped in. There we go. So first up, there's a hole that I've marked here we'll have to drill out. And then the battery tray from Shit Truck will bolt into these two locations. Now, I actually took this long piece of bed frame and cut it and formed it to the shape that I needed, so that this battery tray can be supported from the other side, and it'll just kind of bolt into the bottom of the truck. And here we are, all assembled. Looks pretty good. They make factory ones, but I guarantee you they're not as cheap as the one I just made. And now let's move on to the actual fridge. So the first thing we have to do, obviously, is remove the center console, because that's where the fridge is going to go. Now, so we've taken the carpet out of here, and it looks like we have 4 screws. There's 2 here and 2 up in the darkness that you can't see. Okay, well, we've removed those 4 bolts, and lucky me, this whole thing just comes out of here. So yeah, that was perfect. Excuse the machine noise. So here's our new fridge. And there's the original console. They're roughly the same length. And I think what we're gonna have to do is cut that off. This bracket lays about 1 inch or so lower than this. It seems, anyway. And of course, I want to test fit this thing. Now, I'm going to put the controls to the back of the truck so that if I need to, I can easily read and access it. Wouldn't make sense to put it at the front of the truck, and that means I have to route the power under it or something like that. That's fine. I don't mind doing that. My concern right now is that it fits in here. No, you know what? It'll be fine right here. It'll be fine. So I do think that there's going to be a little bit of an issue with the seat belts. I think I'm going to rig up a little strap to hold the seat belts in place. But otherwise, if I just watch out a little bit for, my elbow, because that could hurt, I think we'll be just fine. Let us get this carpet cut out. I don't remember which one's my sharp blade, so we're gonna, I guess, try them both. Okay, kind of slipping here. This is what's gonna be the pain. This stinks. It really smells bad, but it's for the better. And also, this is definitely lower than that. Fun fact, one day at work I was using one of these to cut down something, and you see the blade there, I accidentally grabbed it like that. That was fun. That definitely wasn't miserable at all. So this is what I envision, I guess, for brackets for this fridge. Obviously I can't just sit it in there because I don't want it moving around when I'm driving. So as far as the back bracket, because I need to lift it up about 1 inch, I have roughly cut a hole here so that I can fit the bolt through, and then barely big enough for it to fit kind of in the back, or I mean on the bottom, you know what I mean. It's going to sit like that. And then I'm going to weld... Ow, I'm out of wire. Once the bolts are kind of sitting in there, I will weld this bracket with perfectly spaced holes together with this, like that. Next up, I'm going to take this bracket, the bottom one, well, each bottom one, and we're going to weld little 3-inch sections of steel here. That'll keep the fridge from moving side to side. And then I will attach a rod at the front, or like another piece at the front with another bracket up front, and that will keep it from rolling front to back. Alright, here is the completed front bracket. All it needs is paint. And here is our rear bracket. Also just needs paint. I am not going to add brackets on the rear of this to hold it from rolling back, because the armrests of my Suburban do that already. Now, while the paint dries for those brackets, I think what we'll do is demount the tires from the Suburban's original wheels so that we can stop borrowing shit trucks' wheels and tires. Alright, buddy. Come on down. Yeah, hell yeah. We got us a power cord. And so, I think what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to wire a cigarette lighter directly to the auxiliary battery. That way I can also use it right now, before I get the battery and the solenoids and all that. Alright, we're going to get in here and see if you guys can hear anything. Well, I am using my inside voice, kind of almost whispering. Can you hear anything? I'm pretty pleased. FYI, the green light means that it is in fact on. Just to be clear about how big this friggin' thing is. Alright, well, that's it. The Suburban now has a fridge. I think the next thing is a shower. So, shower's on the list. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. As usual, you be good while I'm gone. I'll see you next time. Have a good week.